hurricane, a tidal wave. Excellence, perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. And there you are at my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow. I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're burying me, burying me. I know you're burying me, burying me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Yeah, you out of my head. Yeah, you out.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling and the eyes seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming to take off all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Know that I need you, why?
Well, smack my ass and call me RuPaul. I'm gonna do a death drop. Jose Gonzalez.
And much like the Snatch Game, I also have multiple personalities, and all I want to do is make you laugh, or come, or whatever. I don't know. Auntie Collins.
And you were, I mean, up until you said come, I was gonna say you're not watching the Mick Foley post show, but all this multiple personality stuff. You know, me quoting the lovely Jessica Vosk, Broadway extraordinaire, a fantastic Elphaba. She was also just in Hell's Kitchen. Shout out to Vosk in the city for that lovely intro that I did get cleared. Thank you again. Zach Minger, hello. How are you guys? Happy Monday. Hi, Bobby. It is a new week in, well, I don't want to say it's a new week in the workroom already, but it's a new week. We have confirmation that after this episode, there's only 2 weeks left of the season, which is crazy. Next week is episode 25 of the Mother Tuck and Post show, by the way.
What? There's been 25 of these bad guys?
Yeah, which means that by the time we finish the end of the season, we'll have done a half a year's worth of episodes between 2 seasons of Drag Race.
That's crazy. We should rank our intros.
I need to do a compilation of all our intros or something. Like, you know what we need is we need like one of those odd like fan accounts to do all the the compilations of intros like they used to do for because I mean it has the same energy. It's just
I mean, I love watching those videos.
We demand more episodes. All I know is when the U.S. seasons are on, then sure. But I can't be bothered to cover international seasons. I'm not doing a throwback. I love y'all, but after doing this for a half year straight, I think a little break is warranted. As the air quality over here has been terrible.
I was about to ask you, did you do some gardening or something?
No, I wish. Either way, I don't like the smoking part of the gardening. I enjoy the gummies. No, I enjoy
relate.
planting my seeds and then just waiting for something to sprout.
Can't relate.
No. But yes, I mean, so did everybody have a good holiday weekend? Whatever holiday it was. I know Canada Day was earlier than.
Show me your fingers. Do you still have all your fingies?
Yeah, I think I pulled them all out. So. But yeah, no. What? Of the pool. I was swimming and lounging this
I
weekend.
don't know where my Christian brain went. Mm-mm.
Well, I know yours always goes down south, like you are this weekend for All In, but good-ish. Nice also have some weird. Yeah. I mean, I'll be real. I didn't fucking celebrate this weekend. I just loafed around and just had a day off work. So I day drank. I ate food. I promoted when I was a scammer on Scam Goddess, which is a fun story. If you guys want to find the details of that, go back to my Twitter. It'll have the episode linked of Scam Goddess where I submit a listener letter for their What's Hot and Fraud segment where Lacey Mosley and Kid Fury from The Read drag me to filth. And all I'm going to say is it involves young Jose and a Scholastic book fair.
Not the Scholastic Book Fair.
Oh, no, precisely the Scholastic book fair.
Okay.
Rife for scams.
Reading is fundamental, and
Which we still haven't gotten a reading challenge yet, and we're 10 weeks into the season. If it's not next week, then I'm concerned.
listen, between this and Love Island, how they're switching things up, sometimes the oldies are goodies,
I don't, just stuff ain't, the math ain't mathin'. But all this to say, I can't believe the season's like, we're in the tail end of it already.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel 84 years old.
Yep. But you know what? We do also have to explain, because, much like the beginning Defying Gravity, something has changed within us. That being the format. But first, out to Bobby in the chat. Drank a lot, and then my boss called me to talk about how he has plans to get rid of the other part. Oh.
Oh, shit. Listen, I gave in to my desires, and I had my yearly hot dog.
Oh, God. That's what I didn't do. I didn't watch Legally Blonde. Damn it.
It's the best time of the year.
Oh, my God. You look like the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
That's number 2. That's the second.
Yeah. But speaking of wanting things real bad, we wanted a different format. So why am I still doing the impression? I know it's Snatch Game Week, but that's not the point. Anyways, so the semifinals. The point system is thrown out the window, and it's only 2 weeks.
Why?
But here's the thing that makes it crazier, is that now it's just one queen that wins. They get the Maxi Challenge win. They get $10,000. The bottom 2 queens are lip syncing for their life. For the first time since All Stars 1 on a U.S. season of All Stars. I don't count Global All Stars because nobody should count Global All Stars. It was a mess. But knowing that there's only 2 weeks, which means 2 queens are going to be eliminated just before the finale, it's weird. And then the weirder part is we still have that wild card lottery between the judges, the main judges. So this would be Michelle, this would be Carson, T.S. Madison, Law Roach, Ross Matthews. They each have a say in a queen that they would like to see back in that final lip sync Lollapalooza for the crown. So they will be the 8th seed. And then from there, it's just 8-4-2 until you get a winner, baby. But yeah. This is a lot.
So with the wild card, is it one person from each judge?
Each judge has one person that they're going to put into a roller, and then they're going to draw the name of the queen that's going to be in the lip sync Lollapalooza.
Got it. So it's not ultimately Rue being like, okay, out of the 4.
No, at least no. It should be randomized. Although honestly, they're probably going to do what World of Wonder thinks is best for business because it's a
You mean
reality
it's
show.
rigged?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about some rigor mortis this episode because I have some thoughts.
Rigor Morris.
Who's Morris? Rigor
Who's
mortis. Yeah, gosh, Alyssa Edwards. I know it's just talking shit about Global All Stars. I'm just glad you finally have a crown, even though that season was rigor mortis in itself. But you know what? It is okay.
I wouldn't have picked her, but
Yeah, but we enter. It's a new week. It is actually technically from when they were filming this. It's a new year. Because between when Bracket 3 finished filming, it was July of 2024 to March/April of 2025 when they came back for the semifinals. And the girls, I believe the phrase is, "Sister, I'm pickled." You know, some HRT here, some Ozempic there. You know, it just... Some of these queens lost whole people.
I mean, I was about to. I didn't want to be too scandalous, but whatever they did, good for them. 180 pounds for Ginger Minge.
Yeah, I think Ginger was like 130, no, 125, and then I think Mistress was like 180.
Yeah,
because I had no idea that when Mistress did season 15, she was 400 pounds. I had no clue she was that big.
No idea.
Well, I mean, but yes, no, the girls came back. They look snatched, which is probably not good for the fat fans of RuPaul's Drag Race because it just means that we won't have a big girl winner. I mean, well, not as big of a girl winner, but, you know, body positivity, right? Gotta love it. But anyways...
Listen, I have plenty of RuPaul's Drag Race contestants who started skinny and then...
Tatiana.
She looks fantastic. Incredible.
She does look fantastic. And I can confirm I do indeed have the same parts she does. So, you know.
That was a 3-second delay for me. And I was like, same parts. Oh, same parts.
Yeah.
Same parts.
Yeah. The same parts. That was fun to explain to one of my friends. I had to show them that on Twitch a month or so ago. It was a great learning experience for everybody.
Honestly, I feel like it should be a prerequisite for going into junior high school.
Yeah. I mean, the birds, the bees, and the same parts. You've heard it here first, folks. But we enter the workroom. It is a new semifinal bracket, and immediately some lines are drawn. Shit is being stirred. Mistress trying to immediately rile up Ginger Minge for no reason other than Mistress being Mistress. Pulling aside Georges and Lydia, trying to come up with a game plan of how they're going to go about the semifinals, and it's just like, it's not the same politicking that it is before. Now it's a meritocracy. I say in quotations because was it really a meritocracy this week?
Not really. But hilarious that they walk in and the girls from the pink bracket are like, should we tell them that we scammed everyone out of their points? Should we tricked them? Should we keep that why would you say that if not for the camera?
And also, do you think it would surprise them? We're
Right.
talking about Mistress and Georges. They're not exactly in the most high regard. But you know what? That's
You know
fine.
who they
It's neither here
you know
nor
who
there.
they don't fool is Miss Ginger Minge.
No?
And the things that she was saying about Ginger, even if she did tour with her, I would bury those secrets with me.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't even seem like they're true. Like, I never saw her shower. I'm like, bitch, I don't think she's putting on, like, a display for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Mistress is about voyeurism, okay, apparently. Hi, Melball. Great note to enter in on. Talking about drag queens not bathing at shows. Even though why would they bathe at the show instead
But
of
like
the
you
hotel?
can smell them. Like it's not
Yeah, it's not like we're talking about
it's
Eureka.
obvious. Well,
I mean, it is what it is. All I'm gonna say is, much like Samoans, some words are not to be said by some people. You can fill in the blanks. But yes, God, the fact that Corey Keane made fun of that video is even funnier. Corey King doing the Eureka video where it's just like, but it makes sense for Corey to do it because Corey's and Eureka's. Oh shit, you could still. Oh no, that's just my hand. I'm like, what the hell is so pink there? That's literally just the palm of my hand. Oh well. You know,
there's
it's
no
fine.
difference here. Sorry.
But nonetheless, we find out that this week our Maxi Challenge, it's not a local wrestling show. Sadly, that was just season 4. But that's a part of many things we can't talk about from season 4 because of people that are no longer held in high regard. Thank God.
I just think that they're dead. Can they just...
Yeah. Deaf to all of them. We miss you, Wendy. We saw you on that scooter on the street. You look good for your current state. But we find out that this week, the Maxi Challenge, you know it, you love it, you hate it, I don't care. It's not a season of Drag Race without it. It's the Snatch Game. Now, keep in mind that this past season, season 17, the Snatch Game was there. It wasn't season 14 bad. It wasn't that memorable. However, I could say this one's slightly more memorable. There were more things that I liked than disliked. Although,
Right.
I'm going to say is we will get into the judging of this challenge. So, not that we haven't talked about this before, but Auntie Collins, what are your thoughts on the Snatch Game as a challenge?
So the whole purpose is, can you imitate someone? Because these are, for the most part, besides for our lovely dolls, it's men imitating women, or it's dolls just being further, you know?
Although, honestly, we've seen men portraying men over the last few years.
That's true on the Snatch Game.
Yeah, I mean, Kennedy Davenport was the first one, I think, to do boy drag on the Snatch Game. With
Oh,
that Lil Richard impression.
my
Richard.
husband talks about it all the time
Yeah.
with Little Richard.
Are you a little more tootie or a little more fruit? Oh, a little more tootie, baby. Oh, shut up.
But like, it's a cheap knockoff of the love match
Of the
or
Match Game.
The Match Game, sorry.
Which is coming back at the end of July on Wednesdays, now hosted by Martin Short, who does not have a handgun.
Oh, okay. Wow. Here we go. So,
Can you tell who the previous host was by that commentary?
no.
I'll let
Tell
you
me.
discover. Alec Baldwin.
Oh. Oh.
That's one way to work yourself into a shoot.
Let me tell you. Side quest for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The Baldwins used to live in Nyack, where I
Yeah.
went to school. Right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked at that Starbucks right there in downtown Nyack.
I probably saw
So-
all of them.
So they all live down there, right? Rosie O'Donnell is down there. Lucy Liu's down there. Like lots of people. This is New York, but
Yeah.
their drink. He gets a black coffee with 8 pumps of peppermint syrup. No cream.
Okay. That's a choice.
It is a choice. Why would you want to have minty tea? I mean, coffee, but like tea, like no milk.
What I feel like they didn't brush. They're trying to mask it in the morning. I don't know. I don't like that.
That makes my teeth fuzzy. I just wanted to know why, though. So I've always thought of the Baldwins as weird people that really like peppermint things. So,
I mean, they would have
Anyway.
been weird without the peppermint or the handgun, but that's neither here nor there.
oh my god, man, tangent. But yes, I love
Sine and
Snatch Game.
cosine. I'm not even a math person, but
My
triangle.
god.
Yeah.
But the Snatch Game as a whole is a very earmarked episode on every season, whether it's regular, whether it's All Stars, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you bomb, you bomb. And it's usually people that are already a character themselves who can't translate it into something else.
It's either that or they try to go off of like either something they've never done before, or just they try to do something where there's not really a way to make it inherently funny
Yeah.
without it either being a like one note or just underdeveloped. Like we saw it All Stars 3 with Trixie doing RuPaul. All because like on she would do like RuPaul impressions like tongue in cheek, but like doing a whole Snatch Game as RuPaul, it fell flat very quick.
Because it was one note. But then you get like you mentioned an all winners snatch game.
Well, to be fair, Kyron Thrax from Drag Race UK mentioned it. Oh no, from Canada's Drag Race, excuse me. Yeah, mentioned like wanting an all winners Snatch Game. I had to think like at first because I interpreted it as like all winners of Drag Race. No, these were like all Snatch Game winners. So like the 8 that I thought of immediately. So Jinx Monsoon, Ginger Minge, Ben de la Creme, Bob the Drag Queen, Alaska, Gottmik, and then for some international flair, you have Jimbo and Bag of Chips.
I'd love all
yes.
of those.
Yes, it's hard to go wrong with any one of them. Although
Right.
we do have a HERstoric Snatch Game, as we will get into the numbers later. But I mean, we kind of did this last season because last season you dressed as Trixie. But in a perfect world, who do you think you would do for a Snatch Game and do decently with?
So somebody on my TikTok told me that I look like Kelly Clarkson. I don't see it, but if I dragged up Kelly Clarkson and I was just country fried
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson, I can make it really funny.
But you also have to do Kelly Clarkson, who's like leaning sapphic as the years go by.
That is what I would do.
Because this is Kelly Clarkson's like lesbian bubbling under
Yeah.
with all the songs that she's done and like the winking and like
Daddy,
her gas fawning over her.
looking at me. I can't get all the things you said out of my head now.
I know. That was literally the day before my birthday, so I called that a gift. And
Then
was
her doing
Your Love, where she's like, I like my women a little bit older. Wink. I don't want to
Wink.
lose your love. Yeah.
anytime she's done Chapel Roan has been.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would do. Would be lesbian Kelly Clarkson.
Okay. I think I
Who would
put
you
thought
do?
into this from last season. I feel like I would do Gabriel Iglesias. Like, not just stature-wise, but, like, the kind of, like, not super funny, but, like, also not super masculine, serious. Like, I got that down. And when in doubt,
Okay.
I could just make a food joke, so.
Well,
Or just say some stupid, like, semi-Spanish shit.
I mean, that would get me every time, but
Yeah.
I'd break character. So
Yeah. No, that's the point, though. But yes. So, we find out for this Snatch Game, our queens are as follows. Up on the top left corner, we have Miss Bosco, who is channeling Vegas, the queen of Las Vegas, when it came to some early hosting back in the 90s and everything. That would be the one and only Kenny Kerr. Although, to add layers to it, it was not just Kenny Kerr as Kenny Kerr. At one point, Bosco is doing Kenny Kerr impersonating Joan Rivers as well as Cher. So,
turning the wig.
turn the wig around, Dina.
And I was singing it in my head.
Yes. So, I mean, no, fuck it. Let's just discuss them as we go one by one. I thought Bosco had a big improvement from her season 14 Snatch Game.
Oh my God.
Her Gwyneth Paltrow, it was a goopy mess, no super.
See, that character could go lesbian so easily because she
You could have had the candles. You could have made like jokes about when she was on Glee, like trying to seduce Matthew Morrison. Which
is he?
No,
He's not.
he's a sparkle straight, but he's not a sought after sparkle straight like Jeremy Jordan is.
It's because he's weird.
Yeah. Becoming an adult is realizing that Glee is best left where it was.
I tried rewatching it.
I can't rewatch it. I will go back and listen to certain covers, but that's about it. Like the Glee cover of Smooth Criminal is still the best version of the song to this day. That I will go on that limb for, but like some shit's just like, what the fuck were we watching? And we didn't realize then, like that was tame Ryan Murphy. That wasn't even like
some of the
Although I will say the whole like Santana coming for Rachel thing, or like her fight with Quinn in the hallway.
R.I.P.
Naya Rivera, the queen that you are, died a fucking hero.
The more details that come out about that makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
But
Taken
I watched
way
it.
Too soon.
I watched Glee for Naya Rivera.
Yes, as you should. To the right of Miss Bosco playing Kenny Kerr, we have Georges playing Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull. Because apparently Georges decided on All Stars 9 that Georges is funny when Georges tries to be masculine.
Yeah, which is true.
Tries is the operative word.
This could have been more butch. Like it could have been.
Yeah.
There also weren't enough Pitbull euphemisms. That's a fireball. You know that's what.
Yeah, like we didn't get a fireball. We got Kula, but like you got to give us the hits. Like there was no timber. Like, come on. Like it just felt like Georges being Georges with a ball cap. Like if anything, I feel like this Pitbull was a better version of her John Leguizamo from All Stars 9, considering that she was trying to play John Leguizamo when he was in Tu Wong Fu, which is just girl. Like I know Georges is Latinx, but I mean the Pitbull was giving Latin. And this is why you can't smoke Cubans in the U.S.
Oh my gosh. I do have to say that Pitbull, he does pull out those hits. He also...
Yep, all three of them.
Sorry. He actually did a rap verse on Heidi Montag's re-release of her song.
Oh.
The one that was going viral in the Ticker Talkers.
Probably didn't cost much on either end for them, so hey. Good for you for
Listen.
shopping around your budget for a feature. Because according to Spencer, they don't got it right now, so.
I mean, their poor house burnt down.
Yeah, they're a poor house. I mean, yes, the wildfires were sad, but no. Anyways, speaking of fires in Glee, I guess.
We're talking about Glee again.
Diabetes, with an uncanny resemblance with Jane Lynch and Sue Sylvester Regalia.
I could have sworn that was fucking Jane Lynch.
That was unclockable. That's a good Snatch Game.
I stunned.
I wish we got more of it because Daya I thought was doing really well. Because I love when RuPaul asks, like, Jane Lynch, what do you look for in a man? A vagina. A
vagina.
Although, Also, talking about munching box, which has become quite the phrase over the weekend on the social media. Between Love Island, and apparently my wrestling timeline, it was barely 12:30. I'm like scrolling the timeline while listening to a meeting in the background, and I see Stephanie Hypes, God bless her, the queen that she is, talking about munching box, and I'm like, oh, I mean, I know WTAD is a thing, and I'm a proud member of the Creep Squad, but a little early for that, don't you think? I mean, I'm all for munching box, but not with morning breath. I mean, you gotta, brush and floss and get the water pick, some Listerine, some showering. Morning munches, no.
I love a morning munch.
No. I feel like for that, you got to take matters into your own hands. I at least want to have some level of put together before,
I love a morning time though. Any which way.
I feel like the problem is, like, I feel like in the morning, I just want to fall back asleep. Like, midday, I think is perfect because it reinvigorates you. You get a second win.
I'm a night and a morning person. That's it.
Hey, to each their own.
Although I say that, and yesterday was not either of those. So.
Yeah, no, Friday was about 5:45, so yeah. No, it was Thursday. I didn't do anything Friday. I say thing. We're not talking about a thing. We're talking about anyone.
Yeah. What you drinking over there?
I'm having some Medallia Light Puerto Rican beer. Delicious. Yes.
Listen, I just finished the lemonade.
The Beyonce album or the beverage?
The beverage.
Oh.
I had some homemade blueberry lemonade.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I get crafty when I don't want to eat my vegetables and I don't want to eat my fruits in the way that they come.
Yeah. But I mean, you're still eating them.
That's true.
Yep. Got to make them safe somehow. But speaking of things that need to be safe somehow, Cynthia Lee Fontaine as Count Dracula.
Where in Transylvania do you live?
Just in Transylvania. Which I think is funnier than her just saying like a random thing that you could find in Transylvania, like, oh, my coffin, or like, you could have said so many things or just like little things, but saying just Transylvania I think is even funnier because not only are you like turning down the improv, but it just sounds ridiculous.
What would you say in response to that?
My house. To also like a callback to Ginger as Adele. Where in England are you from, Adele? My house.
My house.
Also, not me checking to see if this coupon's expired. Hold on. Wait. Don't mind me for a second, guys. I put the poor in Puerto Rican. I must know if this is expired.
Did you say the poor in Puerto Rican?
Offer valid 4/14 through 6/15. Damn it. Well, I lost $10 off my next purchase at Best Buy, so.
Wow.
Can we talk about the fact that it landed on the piano and hit my record?
That's skill.
Yeah. Tradesman over here. But yeah, no, Cynthia as Dracula is in the so bad that it's good category. However, here's where I have a bone to pick because we're going to like briefly talk about the judging. Why is it that last season Lexi Love doing Gilbert Gottfried was so bad that it's good that she was safe? But this season, Cynthia was so bad that it's good as in the bottom. Unless runways really matter that fucking much. Which from the sounds of it, I don't know if they did. So we'll see. But that's just my 2 cents. I thought Cynthia was actually funny and made Rue laugh a lot.
She did make Rue laugh a lot.
Which is like next to like having an impression, that's the main goal of Snatch Game. Make Rue laugh. Period.
Honestly, I think that would be as invigorating as making.
Say it.
Someone on SSRI's complete.
Oh,
Because SSRIs dry you up. You know that?
I mean, not personally, but hey, you know what?
Listen, I'm fully off this Miss Lexapro, so
Oh, you're feeling all the
the
things.
streams be a flowing, baby. The streams are a flowing.
I mean, to think that you did have a love affair in Niagara Falls once, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Those raging waters, if you will. But yeah, no, Cynthia deserved better when it came to the critiques for this week. So that is the hill that I'm going to die on there. Up next, we have going to the bottom row. We have Irene the Alien playing Zsa Zsa Gabor, which we didn't get enough of. I honestly feel like that. For what we got, I thought it was fun. I just feel like they didn't edit it in a way to really feature Irene. But considering it's Irene's first Snatch Game and only Snatch Game, I thought it went well. I thought like the stuff that we did get to see was good.
I wanted more because I grew up, with Zsa Zsa Gabor being talked about a lot in my house because that's who my mom thinks that she is.
When you're going for Zsa Zsa Gabor, but you turn into Tammy Faye Baker.
Exactly. Although, rest the soul of Miss Tammy Faye Baker because
I mean, Tammy Faye also had money, though.
she stole money.
I know. I'm not saying she didn't, but I'm just saying if you're going to be closer to Tammy Faye Baker, at least do the money laundering.
Oh, I'll never forget. So this is the kind of scam that the cult of Assemblies of God, the sector of Christianity. My mom would purposely wear mascara that would run. So when she went to church, she made herself cry.
Not going to lie.
Because I asked her one time, Mom, you sell Avon and your mascara is running. And she goes, yeah, I need people to see that I have emotion, to feel the power of God.
I guarantee you she wasn't using no Avon mascara at the church. She was probably using Great Lash.
I don't know how my mom does it, but she can cry on command. And they look like the oily kind of tears. Like that like...
See, knowing that this is what birthed you, it doesn't surprise me that you're a theater kid. It doesn't.
Closeted queer masking in the Christian church.
Yep.
Saying shit about a Honda so that I could get out of praying.
Well, I mean, yeah. A scam. But yes, no, I wish we got to see more of Irene as Zsa Zsa for this Snatch Game. Because I thought, I like when she threw the fur at Raven, calling her poor. I thought that was funny and everything, too. But,
that was so funny.
But the illusion was good. I got Zsa Zsa energy just from, the way that she had the hairstyle and the makeup. I thought that was a good impersonation, but the edit was what it was. And beside Miss Zsa Zsa, Irene the Alien, we have Aja playing Cookie Tookie, who I don't know who the fuck that is.
I was about to ask you if you were familiar with Miss Cookie Tookie because I am not.
No. And here's my thing. If you're going to have someone that hardly anybody knows as a Snatch Game character, do whatever the fuck you need to be funny.
I mean, we saw that with Jinx Monsoon the first time she did Drag Race when she did Evie Idley out of the Grey Gardens. No idea.
Little Edie?
Yeah, whatever it was.
You said Evie Oddly out of Grey Gardens. Evie Oddly from Grey Gardens won season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm not even drinking and I'm over here crisscrossing things. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
I've always had nice drinks.
The chicken was lovely.
not
But-
Evie Oddly.
But here's my thing: is that Aja in All Stars 3, I thought had a fun Snatch Game when she was doing Crystal LaBeija, which is ironic at the time because she wasn't officially in the House of LaBeija, and now doing All Stars 10 Snatch Game, she's not in the House of LaBeija at all anymore. She's in the House of Miyake Mugler. So, you could have done so many things. I would have loved to see her do like more ballroom stuff, like maybe pull from like fucking Paris is Burning.
And see, that would have gotten Rue.
I don't know. It's one thing to go for like an obscure person, but it's another to also just not do anything with the obscure person. So. It is what it is. Up next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins channeling UK comedian, singer Pete Burns, who, or actually English singer, songwriter, and television personality who is no longer with us. Lead singer of Dead or Alive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, my thing is I liked what we got out of Pete Burns. I don't think that Lydia should have been at the bottom. I just don't think we got enough in the edit to like showcase her more because the stuff that she was doing was making Rue laugh.
Right. And I don't think we had any doubt that she was going to make Rue laugh after that roast.
Yeah, like honestly, I think this was a better Snatch Game than her doing David Lynch last season.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she was technically considered in the bottom this week is confusing the fuck out of me, but because especially this is a week where the way we don't have 3 tops, 3 bottoms, it was a 2-4 split.
And I don't like that.
No. I think they're trying to do that to make it seem like the judging is a little bit more fair, but it wasn't. But
It wasn't.
then we get into Ginger Minge. Now, for the record, coming into the Snatch Game, Ginger's Snatch Game record is 2-1. She won on season 7 with Kennedy Davenport. Ginger was playing Adele. On All Stars 2, she lost, but she was also doing Tammy Faye Baker. She did it well. But the problem is that you had runaway performances with Alaska doing Mae West, Katya did Bjork, and Alyssa Edwards doing Joan Crawford. Which, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen the All Stars 2 Snatch Game, it's one of the best of all time.
I think that one's one of the best because you had more iconic characters that you're like,
And also just some big flops. Tatiana's Ariana Grande.
It's so
Roxy
bad.
Andrews as Alaska.
As
But, choices. Ginger Minge, for her 4th Snatch Game, which is crazy to even say, is channeling a single mom who works 2 jobs. It wasn't tech support, it was phone sex, her words.
the
The
best
lovely
part,
Reba McEntire.
the best part of this is that she had this headset on because obviously she's a singer,
Mm-hmm.
but she's also doing like the first one was, a fast food,
Yeah. Did you want
And-
fries with that?
yeah, but delivering the line of I'm just a single mom who works 2 jobs, like floored me. I couldn't stop laughing. I was
And then one of her
choking.
responses about becoming a high-class hooker where RuPaul's like, was her name Fancy? And her just like, how did you know?
Did you know?
Yeah, no, Ginger Minge needs to host a masterclass about comedic impersonations because she's untouchable. I'm sorry. Oh, and All Star 6, she won as Phyllis Diller for the Snatch Game of Love.
Oh yeah.
Which, honestly, I think could have been a tie because that season, Kylie Sonique Love did a phenomenal Dolly Parton. So,
All right.
but yeah, no. As expected, Ginger was the highlight of the Snatch Game, and rightfully so. I don't think anybody expected anything less of Ginger Minge, and I'm glad that not only did she meet our expectations, she exceeded them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing of, oh, y'all didn't want me on this season. I'm going to give you a reason to prove why I'm here. So. And last, but certainly least, Mistress Isabel Brooks, channeling her Bad Girls Club with Natalie Nunn.
Channeling.
Yeah, I mean, oof. I haven't seen a chin that bad since TNA Impact on Thursday. Poor Indy Hartwell's gonna have a singles match at Slammiversary against someone we can't plug on the channel.
I hope she breaks her
See, normally I would agree, but the problem is that bitch got a crimson chin, so I don't know.
I don't know. This was bad, 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 bad. There have been worse, but this was so bad.
It was terrible. Also, like, I think I found the one beer bottle that this bottle opener does not like. Like, I'm over here going through it, y'all. There we go. God damn. So, no, this isn't broken. TikTok shop bottle opener works great on literally every other kind of glass bottle but a Medallia, which I don't get because this is not a twist top. So I guess this is just too soft, or I don't know.
I love a soft top.
Yeah, you had them yesterday. But yes, no, Mistress, like, she got the bitch part of Natalie right, but like, the problem is just like Natalie Nunn herself, it's one note. Like, shy of getting into a physical altercation, there's nowhere for this to go.
And who would she get into a physical altercation with? Because drag is not a contact sport.
Can you imagine they bring back Mimi I'm First just for this?
Do we know the reason why she did that?
Wasn't it literally just because India got in front of her?
Is that the reason?
Yeah, literally, like, they're lip syncing. India walks off the stage to get in front of the judges panel, and then fucking Mimi comes down the stage.
Oh,
Fireman
yeah.
carries her back on the stage. And it's just...
ridiculous.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why we got a wrestling challenge in season 4.
And they never had one again?
Well, you think about all the things that we can't talk about for season 4 anymore. God, I hate the fact... It's like anytime I have to talk about things from that season, it just comes over me like a plague.
Listen, we get... Like, it was one of those things that when I rewatched that, I was like, oh, I can't talk about any of these wrestlers.
Can't talk about the wrestler. You can't talk about who won the season. Can't talk about who was the villain that season that really ended up not being the villain but was totally correct but just got vilified for the sake of the edit. Twice, might I add. But yeah.
But I can talk about Latrice Royale.
The level of unprofessionalism in the bottom row, far too much.
I feel like she should come back to All Stars just one more time.
Do you think Latrice would do it a 4th time? Because I think she's doing Drag Race Live.
I know she's doing Drag Race Live because my best friend just went and
wait a minute. No, I thought... Wait, isn't she Audrey too in Little Shop off Broadway?
Is she doing that now?
I know she's doing it now, but I feel like she was just doing it not too long ago.
I don't know, but my best friend got a picture with them. So
Love. Okay. Pardon the yawn. See, this is what happens when we do the show at 10 p.m. my time after I have a full work day. But it's also on me for pushing the show later because my sister got back from out of town and wanted to see her before it started. So
fair.
And if y'all have a problem with that, you can tweet us at Hulk Hogan. So, but yes, these are our Snatch Game panelists for the week. And before we even get into our placements for the Snatch Game, we have to talk runways. So I'm going to move this over here. Because so fun fact, Google Slides does not like a certain file size for GIFs. I tried 7 different converters to compress them down. None of them worked. So I'm just sharing my fucking desktop. So we're going to toss it over to Jose's computer because category is tiramisu, which I realized I spelled like the dessert. On the wiki, it's spelled like like literally tearing a suit. But long story short is we're tearing away one suit to reveal a look underneath it. I went through the effort of making GIFs for this because the last time we tried to do video, we also had music, so I don't know which one was the copyright strike. World of Wonder. Let us breathe. The pit stop's already up. You already have shit uploaded on the channel for this week's challenge. It's fine. Up first, we have